Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Hussein Ali, and I'm your teacher of Phonetics. Okay, uh, you are very welcome to join our department, English department. Okay, University of Basra, College of Education, evening study. Okay, I'm going to teach you phonetics. Okay, اللي هو الأصوات اللغوية. This lecture is for all groups A, B, and C. Okay. Um, at the very beginning, when we when we want to know a language, uh, when we want to know how to speak the language, first we have to know its sounds. Okay, without knowing the sounds of the language, we cannot speak. We cannot even know it. Okay, so we have to know these sounds. Okay, specifically the types of the sounds. I mean the consonants and vowel, in order to pronounce the words of the language correctly. Okay? In addition to, we have to know the the possible combination of these sounds. Okay? But what do I mean by the possible combination of these sounds? I know by these words I mean that I know how to order to correctly, okay, order the sounds in order to make a word. For example, the word speak. I know these possible combination. Okay, I just I cannot order these sounds as I like. For example, as I say, uh, keeps or keepsy. Okay, is this correct to write so? No, of course, because we cannot find such a word in English. Okay, so I have to know the possible the the possible combination of the sounds of the language. Okay, so I start by learning the sounds of the language. Okay, the possible combination, the consonants, the vowel. Okay, somehow I have control over this language. For example, when I want to speak English or when I want to speak French, I have to know the sounds. How are they pronounced? Okay, how are they written? Okay, the possible combination of these sounds. This is one of the most important steps, okay, in knowing a language. However, and what is phonetics? If I want to define phonetics, and what is it? Indeed, phonetics is the study of speech sounds as produced, as articulated, as pronounced by speech organs, the organs of speech, tongues, okay, teeth, okay, palate, etc. Transmitted, transmitted through the air and perceived by the hearer, listener, okay. And what are the types of phonetics? We have actually three main types, indeed. articulatory phonetics, acoustic phonetics, and auditory phonetics. Okay, so these are the uh, the types of phonetics. Indeed. Okay, just a while. Sorry. Yeah. Articulatory phonetics is defined as how speech sounds are produced. How speech sounds, okay, are produced. And how could we pronounce or articulate sounds by our, organs of speech? Acoustic phonetics, the transmission of the sound from the mouth of the speaker to the ear of the listener. Okay, how is it transmitted? This is the works of the acoustic phonetics. Auditory, okay, how speech sounds are perceived by the hearer. How could we perceive? Okay, what are the processes that make us perceive, understand, okay, the sounds? So here are okay, okay, guys. So these are the three types of phonetics. Okay, you know there are many varieties, many accents of English language. Okay, Australian accent, American accent, Scottish accent, Irish accent, Welsh accents, British accents. And in each country there are many accents indeed. But what variety, what accent we have to follow? Indeed, we have to follow the received pronunciation or the BBC. Okay, because it is the formal, the official accents of English language in the academic area. Okay, so we are going to get straight on the accent of RP or PBC. Okay, which is the most official and formal accent in British. Okay, and England, sorry, and it's also known as the Queen English or BBC English. Okay. We have to know how does the sound start? How and when start? Indeed, the sound starts here. Okay, starts in the brain as psycholinguistic linguists say that. اللغة النفسانيين. Okay, psychology, psycholinguistics اللغة النفسانية. When I want to speak a word, a letter, phrase, a sentence, a stream, a continuous stream of words, I have to uh, start these in my brain. Okay, my brain knows. Okay, I have in my mind the sounds of the language I know. I have idea about the structure, the correct order. Okay, the correct order of the possible combination of sounds of that language, the structure, the grammatical structure, the construction of the language. So my brain knows, okay, and there are signals, okay, that are moved or transmitted from my brain to the lungs in order to start a sound, okay, sounds, okay. So when I want to speak a word like go, like speak, walk, okay, love, etc. My there are signals in my brains, okay, that know, okay, or are available in the combination of sounds, of the correct combination of that sound, okay. These signals are transmitted from my brain to the organs of speech اللي هي أعضاء النطق الكلام اللي هي the lungs, the pharynx, the larynx, nose, mouth, palate, etc. Okay, so here their signals are transmitted from the brain to the lungs immediately. From the brain, it is very rapid and quick process indeed. From the brain to the lungs. Okay, so here are the beginning of a sound, the starting point from the brain immediately to the lungs. Lungs, in which the source of energy, which is the air. The air, okay? The air is the source of energy, okay? So the sounds starts from here, from the lungs, goes up through the windpipe, قصبة الهوائية, and continues through larynx, okay. And within the larynx we have a very important organs of speech, which is the vocal folds, الحبال الصوتية, through which the sounds, okay, can either stop and flows easily, okay, or immediately flows without any stoppage, without any obstruction, okay. Then it goes either through the nose or the mouth, okay. So this is the journey of a sound. It starts from the lungs that push the air up to the windpipe, then going up through the larynx, within which the vocal folds, then it goes up to either the mouth or the nose, okay. So here are the process of the you know of the sound. So how can we produce speech? I have just said that. It must be said that speech does not start in the lungs. Okay, it starts in the brain, studied by psycholinguistics. After the creation of the message, okay, the creation of the message in the brain and the lexicogrammatical structure اللي هو التركيب، اوكي، اللغوي التركيبي، او اللي هي متعلق بالمفردات والستركتشر والتركيب. Okay, never mind. We need a representation of the sound sequence اللي هو the possible combination and the number of commands, okay, which will be executed, which will be done, performed by our speech organs اللي هي lungs تو شرحت لكم, to produce the utterance. So we need a phonetic plan in order to do this process, to start a sound, okay. So Speech is produced by an air, okay, stream from the lungs, okay, which goes through the trachea or windpipe القصبة الهوائية and the oral and the nasal cavities اللي هو التجويف الأنفي والفمي. It involves four processes: initiation, phonation, oronasal process, and articulation. Okay, so there are four processes we need in order to start speaking. Okay, initiation, phonation, oronasal, or resonance, and articulation. Okay, okay, guys. So the first process is called the initiation, okay, of the sound, the starting point of the sound, okay, which is uh, which starts from the lungs, okay. So in this process we have two sub processes. We have two uh, processes within initiation. Okay, we have two processes, okay, which are halation and exhalation. Halation. Okay, when we inhale يعني نستنشق الهواء, diaphragm or diaphragm, okay, pulls down, okay, creating a vacuum that causes a rush of air into lungs, okay. Through this process the rib cage والقفص الصدري expands, okay, اللي هو القفص الصدري للرئة يتوسع, الرئة بكبرها تتوسع, okay, والحجاب الحاجز شنو يتقلص, and the diaphragm contracts, يتقلص يعني. الاكسليشن اللي هي عملية معاكسة in which the diaphragm pulls up, okay, and the rib cage okay. Contracts. احنا راح يصير عملية معاكسة اللي هو the diaphragm pulls up يعني expands. Okay, and the ribcage contracts. Okay, so these are the two processes of initiation. هاي العملية الأولى in which the air starts from the lung. Okay, going up to the woodpipe. Initiation of the sound. So the lungs are the main source of the airstream used in the production of a majority of the speech sounds in all languages. Okay, so we have two processes: inhalation, اللي هو expansion of the diaphragm or diaphragm, and exhalation, which is the contraction of the diaphragm. Okay, the lungs collect through the bronchial tubes to the windpipe. So the now the air goes up through or moves up to the windpipe. اوكي القصبة هوائية. هسه راح نجي عملية الثانية. اوكي اللي هو شنو هي الفليشن. هسه عندنا الصوت خرج من الرئتين مر من القصبة الهوائية دخل وين؟ للحنجرة. داخل الحنجرة we have what? We have the vocal folds. We have what? We have the vocal folds اللي هو شنو هو؟ larynx. Larynx within which we have the vocal folds. We have what? The vocal folds. Okay. So what are the vocal folds? Vocal folds are uh, elastic tissues. Okay? elastic tissues. هسه راح نجي نشوفها اللي هي تصير داخل الحنجرة. Okay. اللي هي هاي صورتهم. Okay. Within what? Within the larynx. So the vocal folds are located within the larynx. Okay. Sorry. So two elastic tissues located opposite to each other يعني واحد عكس الثاني. Okay. In the larynx. When breathing, the vocal cords are in their rest position. يعني من التنفس. Okay. They are in their rest position. When speaking يعني they move. Okay. They vibrate all vowel sounds but they do not vibrate in some consonant vowels. هسه راح نجي نعرف شنو الفايبريشن وشنو يعني when a sound vibrates and when a sound does not vibrate. Okay, so the air comes from the lungs moving to the windpipe and reaching out the vocal folds. Okay, so the vocal folds are either closed, okay, either closed as in this picture or open. Okay, if they are open the air can easily pass without any obstruction بدون أي إعاقة. Okay, بدون أي إعاقة, so the air can pass easily. هذا الهواء can pass easily. Okay, for example we say س ك. Okay, so هاي الأصوات اللي بيها ال vocal folds open. Okay, there is no vibration نسميها voiceless sounds. نسميها voiceless sounds اللي هو sounds are produced with no vibration in the vocal folds. Why? Because the vocal folds are open. أما إذا الحبال الصوتية closed. Okay, closed, sorry, يعني منغلقة. Okay, when a sound passes, the air makes the vocal folds vibrate. They can touch each other. Okay, وبالتالي هاي الأصوات شو نسميها voice sound. Why? Because they are produced with a vibration of the vocal folds. Okay, ده راح يصير vibration. Okay, because they will touch each other. Okay, and we have processes we have within the vocal folds. We have positions indeed. We have three main positions of the vocal folds. They are brought apart, يعني they are open, so that the air can freely go freely through the glottis. Okay, through the within the larynx. Okay, through the glottis, it is a gap. Okay, it is a gap between the vocal folds, as in the voiceless sounds, or they are brought close to each other when the air passes through them. There is an audible vibration as in voiced sounds. Okay. Third, the vocal cords are brought together tightly that no air can pass through them. If the lungs push the air from below, the air is compressed. Okay, يعني مضغوط تحت ال vocal folds. And when the vocal folds suddenly open, the air rushes out with a coughing noise. Okay, as in the glottal stop. Okay. So here is the second process uh, of these four mechanisms. العملية الثالثة اللي هو oral or resonance. اوكي، هسه الصوت خرج تعدى الحبال الصوتية راح يوصل للهات. اوكي، اللي هي شنو هي؟ البالت. هسه راح نجي البالت. Okay. So after it has gone through the larynx and the pharynx, the air can go into the nasal or the oral cavity. Okay, هاي the oral اللي هو الهواء يخرج goes out of the mouth or goes through the nose and the mouth. Okay, هاي يسموها oral وهاي نسميها nasal. The velum اللي هي اللهات is the part responsible for that selection. يعني شنو؟ يعني if the palate اللهات touches the pharynx, okay, that is to say raised, if it is raised, if the palate is raised, the air can go through the mouth. Okay, if it is lowered, the air can goes through the nose and some part of it can also go out of the mouth. Okay, so if the palate is raised, the air can go only through the mouth. Okay, but if it is lowered, it can go either through the nose or the mouth. Some part of it goes through the mouth. Most uh, the amount of air goes through the nose. Okay, so here is the third process. Okay, finally we have the articulation process. It takes place in the mouth. Okay, and it is the process through which we can differentiate most speech sounds. اوكي هنا يصير عملية النطق بالأصوات يسمونها articulation. For example, when I say me, my lips okay touch each other. Okay, close me. When I say le, my tongue touches the upper teeth. Okay, so we can differentiate between the oral cavity, which acts as a resonator, and the articulators. Okay, الارتكوليترز اللي أعضاء النطق can be active or passive. Okay, الأكتف شنو هي الأكتف ده يعني the organs of speech that can move like the lower teeth. Okay, lower lips, the palate, okay, the tongue. Okay, and the passive is the upper teeth. Okay, and alveolar ridge. Okay, this cannot move. So here are this is the journey of the creation of the cells. Okay, I hope you get the idea. Okay, تحضيركم الجاي المحاضرة الجاية يعني تحضرونها بصفحة 15 إلى صفحة 17 بكتابكم. اوكي، تحضرونها وتقرونها اللي هو الفصل الأول اللي هو the production of a speech organs of a speech. اسمه الفصل، تحضروا بداية الفصل the production of the organs of speech. Okay, thank you.